welcome back to the Young Conjurer. Whoop, 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 whoop. As you see, I am not in my humble abode. I am away for work, but shit gotta be done regardless. But this video is essentially about Mercury in retrograde, which is coming up. Well, we're technically in the pre-retrograde period, and that started pretty much on January 14th of this month. So during this particular time, this is when things start to arise within the pre-retrograde phase, whether there be miscommunications, issues with electronics, or issues really within self that needs to be worked on. So let's get into it. I do want to start this video off with a little bit of crystal or singing bowl energy, crystal energy and singing bowl energy. I don't, since I'm away on work, can't, partake in other activities, but I will definitely partake in some healing water. So cheers to that. So let's commence and get this started. All right. And if for you guys that didn't know, that's pretty much the root chakra. So get some grounded energy for today. Hopefully I can get this posted on Monday. So this will be posted on Monday, Moon Day. So let's get those emotional energies grounded and balanced off. But all right, let's get started. Like I said, the pre-retrograde period started on January 14th and it will last up until January 29th. So Mercury is still, doing its little wooshity-dooshity stuff, making shit go crazy. You may have noticed around January 14th that things were just, especially on an emotional level, I know for me personally, everything was just going crazy. You may have noticed a lot of like business deals, communications, like I said, accounting issues just kind of just go wonky at this time. So this is a perfect time during the pre-retrograde period to really focus on the issues that are coming up. Anything that just popped up during this time, these are things that are or what you need to address during this particular period. It can really range from anywhere from trials, tribulations, and miscommunications. Now, once Mercury actually goes into retrograde, which will be on January 30th, which is coming up in a few days, it will be in Aquarius. So unfortunately for my Aquarius people, my Aquarius babes, you're gonna get hit the hardest out of any of the signs, but it will end the post retrograde, which is the time after retrograde, which retrograde, the time only lasts about 2 to 3 weeks, give or take, but it will go post on February 19th and will end on March 12th. And the post period is when you really want to take what you learned and work through and put it into action. So let's talk about what Mercury retrograde, like what is that? We always hear about it. We always be like, oh my gosh, the world is ending, da 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 da. But really, Mercury, when people explain Mercury in retrograde, they're like, the planet is going backwards. That's the most simplest way to explain it, but the planets really don't go backwards. It's just from our vantage point, Mercury is slowing down. So when it slows down, all of the energy is literally intensified, and especially it's going to be intensified depending on where Mercury will be stationed at. Like I said, unfortunately for Aquarius people, just gonna get all that good old Mercury energy. But take this time not to look at it as a negative thing, like, oh my gosh, everything's gonna go wrong. Take it as a moment to be like, okay, something is going wrong. What is this moment? What is this experience? What is this issue teaching me? Because like I said, during the post-period phase, which is after retrograde, this is the time to take what you learned and what happened and put it to use. These are tools that you're picking up during the retrograde time that you really need to be like, okay, after we get past the slow down of communication, the slow down of how things are moving, because Mercury is a planet of travel, is a planet of knowledge, is a planet of technology. So you can see how all of those things, once it kind of slows down and comes to a halt, how everything is affected, especially since our world deals heavily on technology and heavily on communicating. So take this time during the retrograde to really analyze everything. Like, really just be like, okay, how can I change this? This is a time that you really, really, really don't want to bullshit. You gotta face the music. You gotta face it. You gotta live in the moment. Because when Mercury is direct, everything is fast moving, everything is up pace, upbeat. But once it slows down, you're like, everything is just like, what the fuck? And for my Aquarius people, you're an air sign, so you're here, there, everywhere, up and around, boom, 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 boom. And now you have to take a moment to breathe. Take this moment, even for all the other signs. This applies to all the other signs. Take this moment to really slow down and be like, what do I need to work on? This would be a perfect time for self-care, especially with Aquarius. Aquarius energy, I would say, is a really, really good time to really work on uncrossing work, or removing negative energy, and really just being like, figuring out what issues that you really just need to address within self to remove. And then if it doesn't apply, you feel like everything's good within yourself, you can think about like other relationships or business deals or anything other that you can definitely help remove something from and get that energy potent, because it's ending off in Pisces season. So by the time Pisces comes along, you want everything to go back into a smooth transition, a smooth flow. Get back into that energy really, really, really quick. So once we hit into the post phase, Mercury is going to pick up that momentum. But as of right now, Mercury is starting, since we're in the pre-retrograde period, Mercury is starting to slow down. Since Mercury is a planet of communication, knowledge, reasoning, thinking, your mental space, travel, commerce, skills, contracts, spell, moving parts, technology. So it's like, you can see why everybody's so afraid of Mercury retrograde, to go crazy when Mercury is just like because it controls a lot of shit. Like, when Mercury starts with this bullshit, chaos just follows. It's like, yeah, let's get started. Let's get started on the fuckery. So, but like I said, take this time to really just figure out what needs to be worked on. Also, with Mercury, it also brings a great sense of spiritual awareness when it goes in retrograde. Like, it just makes you aware of everything, because you have no other choice but to be aware if everything is slowing down and everything is just coming to a halt. Like, you have to. Like, Mercury's gonna make you be like, well, honey, I'm on vacation. Like, I literally see Mercury retrograde as Mercury going on vacation and it's telling everybody else to figure it the fuck out. Figure it the fuck out, and I'll be back in like a month. But yeah, like I said, it brings about awareness, whether it's on a physical or spiritual aspect. Sometimes for people it's both, sometimes it's one or the other. But take this time to review yourself during the pre-phase. So you got up until like the 29th to really just review what's some issues that are popping up. And then once we go into the retro phase, definitely take this time to refine your life and just really kind of figure out what parts need to be readjusted. And then after the retrograde, once we're in the post, definitely reconfigure, take those tools you learned and just move forward, and just go about what you need to do. So especially since we're heading into the age of Aquarius, Aquarius is really gonna force you to really be about what you say and what you feel. It's gonna be like, all right, match the energy, because at the end of the day, if this is what you want, either get it when the opportunity arises, or you're just gonna have to wait until maybe if that opportunity comes, it may not. Now, some things you definitely want to do during retrograde. You do want to work on plans, ideas, complete, or no, this is before retrograde. So during this post time, definitely work on your plans, ideas, complete them, try to get them. Anything serious, you're like, I want to get this done. Like, I need to have boom, 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 execute it. Go ahead, doing it. Like, do it in the post. You got to the 29th, okay, to get that shit squared away. Because after that, once the 30th comes, we're gonna, not saying, okay, let's just say if you run a business, or you have some things that you really can't postpone, you can't push for 3 weeks. Ooh, got my eyelash out. You can't push back for periods at a time. Just understand that issues are going to arise. Some things that you were in a rush that you didn't see the first time because Mercury was direct. So it was like, boom, boom, we're going to have to pick up. Like, Mercury at this time right now is just telling you, okay, this is a moment to really be like, oh, this is where I fucked up. Let's critique that, and then, go on by my day. So definitely take that time to really just be like, okay, this is what I need to work on. Don't take it as like, take it as constructive criticism. This is time Mercury is like, I'm gonna give you some constructive criticism about that bullshit that you put together a couple of months ago. But look, you do also, like I said, take the moment to slow down and really just get time for yourself. This is a really great time to really do some self-care work. Really just be like, you know what? Just chill. Listen to some Snow Allegra. Sip on some water, whether it's spring water, alkaline water. Sip on some wine. Get a blunt. Chill by the river, or I don't know, go to the forest. Whatever you like to do. Whatever, I don't care if you go sit by a toasty, roasty fire. Do whatever that gets you to the point where you're in your zen mode. So, and definitely take this time to really cleanse. This is a great period to cleanse out physically. Like, clean your home, I know I need to clean my car, clean your car. On a spiritual sense, clean your aura. I've been cleaning my aura, getting my chi really, really high, doing some spiritual maintenance that you've been ignoring over the past time, because everything was just like boom, 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 boom. Especially with COVID and 2020 and all that bullshit. Definitely take this time to be like, all right, I'm gonna just do some maintenance. I'm gonna just, but yeah, like I said, really take the time to go over the fine print that we kind of skipped over the past 4 months when Mercury was direct. But yeah, and also take a look at them finances, boo boo. Like, this is a perfect time to do budgeting. Like, I know I need to do some budgeting. I'm not finna sit here and bullshit with y'all. And if you don't need to work on budgeting, just make sure you don't really spend anything too crazy, especially on technology, business deals, contracts, anything relating to that. Travel. If you do want to travel for whatever reason, wait to finalize things, or finalize it before retrograde. Retrograde goes into it, or just wait until after. And some things you don't want to do. Don't start anything new once retrograde hits, if you can help it. If you can't, just be prepared to come across a few roadblocks, a few don't make any purchases towards, like I said, don't make any purchases toward technology of any kind. If you do, issues will arise. You may have to return it. It may be defective or some shit like that. Don't change any passwords if you can help it. If you have to change passwords, don't be surprised that you will forget your password. Memory starts to go to shit. And I started to notice that I couldn't remember none of my passwords for my banking account. I was like, I know this is right. I was putting shit in for my banking account, and it kept saying wrong password. I put the thing in 20 times, and I knew it was right because I was like, I'm not crazy. But yeah, if you can avoid it, just be like, I'm not even gonna deal with any moving parts like that. But if you do, just realize you're probably gonna forget it. You're probably run into technical issues. You probably have to call customer service. That's gonna be long wait time. So just be mindful of that. Also, avoid any new relationships. Do not start any new relationships. Any like new relationships where it's not gonna be like you want something to last, like permanent or long lasting. Don't start anything new. If you want something, don't start anything new if you want it to last long. If it's something that's quick, you're just like boom, 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 nothing important, whatever. You're still gonna run into issues, but whatever. Yeah, and like I said, don't be surprised if you can't remember anything. And since you're not gonna remember anything, store your shit. Write it down, put it in a notepad, do something with it, because you're gonna forget it. But we're gonna end this video off with the signs most impacted. As I mentioned, Aquarius is gonna be the most impacted sign, since retrograde will be in Aquarius. Aquarius will be in Mercury Retrograde will go in Aquarius at the 26th degree. I did make a mistake and say the 21st. I don't know why I was thinking 21st. I don't know. But it's going to be in the 26th degree. The 26th degree is ruled by Taurus. So how that's kind of interact with each other, essentially, you're really going to take a moment, and this applies to all signs, but especially Taurus and Aquarius, but you're going to really take a moment to really realize, am I going in the right direction? Is everything supposed to pan out for me in the future? And I feel like as a collective, we're all going to really be gearing towards, like, because Mercury is really going to force us to realize what's working and what's not working. And with this 26 degree, it's really going to be like, okay, this is not working. This hasn't worked. What is working? Is it gonna really force you to come back to earth, in essence, or come back to reality and be like, what am I doing? Is this really meant for me? So we're gonna have some people that's gonna probably go through a crisis, per se. For some of us, we're gonna go through a crisis. And you really also, since it's in a 26 degree, like I said, I don't know if I've already said it or I'm gonna say it in the future, but really take a second look at your finances. Either really work on saving your money, rebudget, or really analyze how you need to bring in a second form, third form, fifth form, that residual income, baby. And definitely, like I said, like, this is a really good time to work on self-love, self-healing. Like, really sit down and be like, all right, what needs to work? And I'm really glad that I started this video off with the root chakra singing bowl, because we really need to come back to reality and get rooted and grounded within our own personal existence. So yeah, but it does definitely end in retrograde ends in the postseason of Pisces at the 11th degree. It'll be in Aquarius, so Aquarius will definitely give that boop, 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 knock it out of the park energy needed to move forward and go about and handle our day-to-day business. But yeah, the other signs that are going to be impacted as well are going to be the fixed signs, which will be Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. So for you, my babes, y'all gonna be going through it too, unfortunately. But just take this time to slow down, especially for my Leos. Like, y'all be like boom, 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 and it's gonna be like, why shit ain't working? It's gonna be like, calm down. For my Taurus people, y'all gonna really be in y'all mental space. So really just take time to be like, don't be like, why is everything jumbled up? I can't think straight. Just be like, breathe, go outside, get in some dirt, go take a walk. Like, really just do your breathing meditations. For my Scorpios, y'all just gonna be like, God damn it, I had a plan, and this is, look, fuck it, fuck the plan, you know, realize that what you planned a few months ago may not be working out, and you just need to critique and tweak some things and go about your business when postseason come. The fuck? And it'll be in the 11th degree, and the 11th degree is Aquarius. So that'll be actually a good thing, especially since once it hits, you have your Aquarius energy, and then you have your Piscean energy. And I feel like Aquarius and Pisces, they kind of flow really well with each other. Aquarius will give that electric charge, that jump start that Pisces will need to get motivated and let things, like, let the stream fall and flow evenly, and just be in that moment. So definitely, guys, definitely. And like I said, if you are like sun place fixed, like Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius and Scorpio, this is all for any type of placements, whether they be in Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, house placements. So definitely, I will be doing a tarot reading on Wednesday, a tarot reading video on Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to post it on YouTube or my social media sites, but definitely go like my Instagram, Twitter, and I don't have my Facebook up yet, but my Instagram is The Young Conjurer, and then my Twitter is Botani Lexi, B-O. I'm sorry, guys, my eyes like, what the fuck? But my Twitter handle is Botani Lexi, Botani Lexi. And definitely like and subscribe, support Black Girl Magic. But I will see you guys next time. Bye.